aren't we?
I got there too. Oh. I'm kind of pixelated today. It's always interesting. How was your evening? How was your morning?
Interesting. Got a good swim in this morning. Got some. It's going to be a big day. Another big day.
Big days are good.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. We've got a team talking about a turnaround for a company, so that'll be fun.
Fun stuff. I saw a link you shared.
Yeah.
And I think I created a funnel monster.
Yes, you did. That one's not public. But what it got me, I started playing because we're making great progress with that organization to take it to their constituency. And so I got to thinking about, I'm a visual learner. So when I see something, it becomes much more real to me. So it was like, well, why not just make it real? Tweak, get their hex. It's funny when I reached out to them and said, I need your hex codes. That's when I was like, oh, I'm lost. I'm way gone at this point. So they sent me their, their marketing package and all the different stuff, and, popped in some logos and did some stuff and changed the colors and tweaked a few things here and there. And all of a sudden, poof, there it is. It's now a visual representation of what could happen. Whole lot easier to talk from, actually, in a selling situation. It's actually a sales training tip and think about it, it's also on your template, right? Put them in the after situation. Put them in the after result.
Now let's see if I can pull this up for everyone to see.
No, don't pull up that one, because I don't want no, I don't want the logo to go out. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I appreciate that. But think of, this is the beauty of Kyvio. And so now all of a sudden you're in a prototyping mode, right? Once you build what you want to build, now you can prototype somebody else in that same situation, right? That's kind of cool.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and for everyone to kind of, you know what? I think I can not show what you did, but show what you did on mine. Let me open up my Kyvio here.
Show the. It's even got a name on the files. Yeah.
So I have actually done what you are talking about. So I'm not going to show your page. Don't freak out.
Okay. Well, I just, with respect to the prospective client. Well, what it did is
no, I've actually pitched that client before too. Spent 2 hours with their leadership team.
Yeah, that's
not the kind of client you want to
I helped
divulge.
Launch that. Yeah. So anyway, but what it got me thinking is there's a number of people we're working with behind the scenes on the program, right? And so being able to put them into a situation, so that's what Kyvio allows you to do so well, because of the cloning capability. All of a sudden you can pop in there, you can clone it, you can make a few changes, you change this picture to that and this to that.
So I will show everybody what he did.
Yeah.
It's not his page, but we do the same thing when we pitch now, because marketing is so competitive. Let me pause this video here. Pause. So right here, and this is not my video because we actually deleted this video. This is an old one we did. This is a landing page we built. And so we built it with a insert client logo here. This is our phone number, clickable, of course, for our friends at company name. And the rest of it is exactly the same, generally speaking, except for the video. We will actually make a custom video for the client.
Right.
Semi-custom. It's custom enough. They don't know the difference. Upload it to YouTube, insert it here, insert their logo, insert their name, and that's all we have to change. You actually went so far as to completely brand the page to them. I didn't want to do that. But as you can say, this is a landing page. Get my free audit today, and it's like a lead magnet that is literally custom to the exact person I want to work with. And if I go over here, so that one was for Emler Swim School. This one was for Executive Workspace. It's not easy, or sorry, it's not difficult to turn around.
Right.
Feel Good Foods. Literally, change the logo, change the name, change the video.
Right.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah, and that's
literally.
It's really interesting because during my swim, I was saying to somebody this morning, because you're swimming and there's not much else to do, you start thinking, or I start thinking, and all of a sudden I started thinking about who we've talked to, who could we present this to, prototyped, so that they could visually see themselves in action, so they could see the process. But what it comes down to is, if you're working to obtain clients, help them visualize a working relationship, right?
Exactly.
How do you differentiate yourself? In fact, it's one of the posts from the talk I did at Richardson Plano Networkers on Friday. It was, make sure that you're different. Different isn't a bad thing. Different is a necessary thing. Meaning, we got a world of sameness out there. Everybody looks like they're doing the exact same things the exact same way, whatever. And what's funny is that it's interesting how discovering one thing, working with one client, then gives you an idea of how you can carry that idea plus one to another one, and then those two ideas plus another one to another one, and all of a sudden you come out with a better offering. And so what's happened is, when you help people see their future and you make their ability to execute that future easy, there's less resistance to them doing that. Just kind of makes sense, right? And so, in working with clients, one of the things that I'll do is obviously ask where they want to see it. What result? What's the end game? What's the result that you'd like to say? And then the next question is, what's the challenge keeping you from that? And it might be a budget, it might be an attitude, it might be something that somebody heard about something somewhere sometime. It could be almost anything. And so if you can help show them how easy this will be to execute, it's crazy. So but that particular situation brings up couponing again.
Couponing.
Within Kyvio, which means the business or upgrade to the next platform, which is fine, but obviously want to make sure that it's timed out well for what Kyvio's doing. So that's why I sent you the message, said, please talk, help a brother out here. Because what became another conversation that came out of that yesterday is I realized while I can brand a funnel to somebody specifically, if I can put a couponing aspect in, I don't even have to do that for some. Brand is irrelevant to many. If we can coupon code, now that becomes the tracking mechanism. Right?
And you can literally brand the coupon code. That's what a lot of radio people do.
Right.
That's what it'll be like. Here's the advertisement. The coupon code is radio.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited about the where this is all going, because you see the bigger, broader picture of your offerings. And almost, one of the things I was thinking about this morning is really from the sales training standpoint, or from the training standpoint, is really training tools and or a combination of tools. In other words, how to nurture relationships. So Active Campaign is a tool to nurture a relationship, as an example, right? Kyvio is not as much of the tool itself, but Kyvio facilitates the tool. So, I mean, it's just, I'm like formulating this thought. It's not done yet by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm seeing how these things are playing together. And I'm also seeing how virtually every speaker I know, very few of them have the breadth of tools in place. They might have one. In other words, they don't have all these different marketing tools. You know, again, Kyvio is to a certain extent a tool. A gratitude program is a tool.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying, is putting all these things together, but that really becomes the training piece. The training piece is this goes with Business Growth Network. See, I mean, this is what happens with my brain. I always see how these things connect, and ultimately people want business growth. They actually don't even want business growth. They want the money that comes from business growth.
Yeah, they don't want, when people say they want business growth, they just want money.
So it's a matter of figuring. So again, what happened yesterday was a matter of seeing how to get them money faster, how to get them to realize they can get money faster. So that's where it all came from.
I get that. So have you been able to pitch the client?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we're multiple times. You know, we're working towards, again, it comes back to, okay, love it. How do we introduce it? How do we make it work? How do we, you know, what challenge are you up against?
Yeah.
So every you know, again, it's, I think a lot of times, and again, we live in such an immediate gratification society that everybody wants, there isn't anybody, including me, that wouldn't want me to say hi to you and you say, okay, I'll buy. You know, I mean, if that's all I have to say and you say yes, that's so much better, right? Now it's unrealistic, but it's so much better. And so the point is, it takes whatever it takes. You know, it takes being more original. It takes more, we've got this meeting this afternoon. That's going to be a very big meeting. And it's, somebody's got some really amazing stuff. I mean, they really do. But they just have not necessarily presented it as efficiently as they
could have.
They could have. They've taken some guidance from somebody very well-meaning, and they went down that path, and the path has not worked extremely well, right? So it doesn't mean that nobody goes in and tries to
I love when you look at a video and you stop it, and it's always the worst possible time to stop it.
Why does it do that?
It's always that way. But this is something like, for those who've never used Kyvio before and what Scott's explaining, in a world full of automation, and don't get me wrong, I love me some automation, right? The ability to start automating a custom experience.
Yeah, that's a great way to say it.
Can make you stand out while still scaling. So one of the problems with doing something, meeting people one-on-one, making calls, like actual calls to people, versus the ability to mass email 1,000 people that you've scraped off of LinkedIn and are spamming them, is you can take a little bit of extra time and make a custom video. So our custom videos, we did one with Mike Archie, and we paid several $1,000s for his sales process that worked, and got him, what was it, like 526 new clients in 1 year, all paying $1,000 to $2,500 a month. When you're selling, especially a more expensive product, the amount of time it takes you to put a custom page together is nothing. You build one page and you push clone, and all of a sudden we were doing them in batches of 100 for our clients or potential clients, using SalesFlare to keep track of everybody and where everyone's at in the process.
Right.
You can do that. My girls were they were taking it out for a month, not working full time, but you could do 100 a day. That is not outside the realm of possibility.
Right.
Easy. And that's with custom video.
Well, and that's the part that is so intriguing about this, because now all of a sudden, just in general conversation with people, you know, they've looked at our travel product as an example, our passports, and they said, well, can I talk to people about that? Sure. Do you have an affiliate program? No, but we will for you. I mean, we don't officially have a program, right? But the point is, we can put together a program, and
right.
So it's kind of so all of a sudden, friends are saying, "Well, I want to drive traffic." That's why this becomes, again, why I keep on saying to you, conversion on this page becomes so important, because once I've got people raising their hands that want to drive traffic. Well, isn't
to tell them to drive traffic?
That's what I'm doing. I'm collecting that traffic, but what has to happen is the page has to convert. So we need to make sure that the page works.
The only way that you're going to know if the page converts is to drive traffic.
Totally understand. I mean, I get it's a chicken and the egg. You know, you don't know exactly what people are responding to or not. I've had some people volunteer to look at the page, and I said, you know, I want the good, the bad, the ugly. Say, I really like this, I really hate this. I mean, hopefully you don't hate a lot, and hopefully
right.
There's a lot you like, but it is, again, all I want to know is your impression of it, right? And so everybody who has sent me feedback on it really loves it. I mean, they love what they're saying. That's encouraging. So now you got to drive traffic to it and get the action going. But I really do like the couponing aspect from a standpoint of now you have a base stock page.
One page that you can put everything through, make all changes on the same page, test
Exactly.
all at the same time,
right?
Measure
now,
that funnel's capability all at the same time.
Yeah, now you can really do an A/B variant and, you know, check it out if you want to, right? So anyway, I mean, that's what's interesting about this is you learn something every day. I mean, which is cool. I mean, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Not true. You just need new toys. You need new toys.
I've turned you into a funnel monster. You're building your own funnel.
It's fun, actually. I mean, it's fun to put the base stuff out there and then go from there. So, but anyway, I love the way you've got a great example of that is you build the funnel and, you know, change this, change this, change this, change this.
And if anybody goes to doublefunnel.tv, go buy Kyvio. I will import this exact one we did over to your account. And if you want to use Kyvio for email, you don't even have to have an active campaign for this particular one whatsoever. You just need Kyvio. That's $29 a month for this, no coupon necessary. This one is just getting you appointments. This is a landing page to get appointments. Like I said, you could do 100 of these a day if you'll just suck it up and turn your camera on. And the only other software you need is Book Like a Boss,
$9.
We're using down right here, because we want them to be able to schedule automatically, right?
Right.
But you could even narrow it down even more and just put, you know, give me your information. I just like the idea that they can immediately schedule and I don't have to worry about it. Zoom calls created already.
Yeah, no doubt.
What does Book Like a Boss these days?
$9.
$9?
I'm pretty sure.
There you go. $9 billed monthly. Not even add SMS reminders for that. You can get text messaging to remind people to show up.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool platform for sure.
Yeah, and the only thing, there's no even reason to go up unless you need to pay for your appointments. Or
yeah, if you're more of a if you're trying to collect
white label.
Yeah.
White labeling, I literally, with the landing page, this is essentially white labeling, except there's a tiny Book Like the Boss at the bottom.
Yeah.
You could take that off, but who cares?
Totally agree.
No one's paying attention whatsoever.
Is that, where is that funnel? Is that inside BGN Insiders, or is that?
This is Warfare Marketing. So this is for our social media pitches to do the entire year social media, all their evergreen, custom videos, custom branding, literally scheduled out for the entire year. Evergreen though, so no campaign specific, no, oh, I want to advertise this. No, it's done for you. We finish it out in about a week. But it's a $2,400 service.
Right.
So we found the best outreach is not Facebook ads. It's not Google ads. It's not anything else except maybe partnerships perform better. It is just cold outreach. Cold LinkedIn message, cold Facebook message, cold email, cold call. We might send a package ahead of time so we have a reason to cold call. Hey, I'm looking for we call it the owner, looking for Bob at ABC Company, mailing him a package. I just want to verify the address is correct and ask him a few questions. All of a sudden, you got Bob on the phone.
Nice.
That works so well. Like, please go to doublefunnel.tv. Tell me you want this funnel. I will import it for you and walk you through the process. Like I said, I pay several $1,000s from Mike Archie. It's his video machine. His page was the one I tested out.
Nice.
To see, I can't spell Mike. To see if his, what am I thinking of? When I was testing 2.0 to see if we could replicate his page.
Oh, that's why I need to, oh, God, I'm glad you just said that. I need to not jack with my site until 2.0 comes out.
You can jack with it because literally the magic of 2.0, this is what okay. Anybody who's using ClickFunnels, this is my #1. Ooh, it makes me so angry. I just put in Mike Archie's general, you know how it's u+1.kybio.com?
Right.
Mike Archie doesn't have anything. If you get the wrong slash whatever, and there's nothing at that particular one, it defaults to ClickFunnels.
Takes you away from the traffic meant for you.
ClickFunnels landing page to sell you ClickFunnels. So instead of taking me to Mike Archie's site,
right,
it's taking you to something for ClickFunnels. So here's the page I was trying to go to, but because I didn't put anything after the slash, it took me to ClickFunnels.
Got it.
So yeah, $2,000, and I could sum it up for you here in pretty much 5 minutes. See how this, how he's got a picture of him right here in front of a website, same picture in front of another website, picture in front of somebody else's work studio, same picture. You kind of get the point?
Yeah.
Each one of these custom photos was part of the Facebook message, part of the LinkedIn message, part of the email message, and was printed out on the letter in the package that he sent to all these potential cold clients. Man, this dude like does cold outreach. Greatness. Not affiliate or anything like that. I should really look into that. I don't think he has affiliate. He should do that. But he's just doing that to, you know, customize the pitch, right? This doesn't take that long. If you've got Visme or Relay That or one of these, you can knock these out. This is just a screenshot here in the back that he uses for all those. And just go through, grab their logos, which is literally, I can double click here, save image to download, save image as, one of those two. Right. Copy paste 101 of these pages. Now, I did a fairly custom video. This could take me 2 days to do 100 videos easy. I usually hand it off to my video guy. You can take your cell phone, though, and record it. And what he did on his and what we did, we did not do. I did custom video instead because I didn't want to buy the TV at the time. You can just have their website up on the screen behind you. And then just do a quick pitch on your cell phone, upload those to YouTube, and boom, you're done. Custom landing pages. 100 of them. That pretty much sums up. I mean, obviously he has some custom video scripts in here, phone scripts, email scripts. These are things any marketer, just the idea is it's custom. Right. The most jaded person, when they see this custom outreach that he did, and it was absolutely genius. And like I said, my mind is blown that I didn't just keep this up and I don't do this every day. I'm bringing on a salesperson on Friday just to do this all day long. Yeah. Like, I'll do the videos. I just need you to send that out. Yeah, it makes sense. It works. Well, that's, again, it's interesting how you find different things. But now that you have the first tool that Kyvio allows, the funnel, now all of a sudden it opens up the possibilities of other things, and you don't, again, you don't recognize that until you have it and you start to show it to some people, and people are like, well, I've got lots of people I know. Could we do something like that for me? Sure. And see, how long will that take? Oh, 10 seconds. I put this link. So you were originally asking about what should you even bother since Kyvio 2.0 is coming out. If I come in here and I copy this link, so that's it, just copy that link. In Kyvio 2.0, when I put that in the page creation, I just paste that link, it completely copies all of this. Well, that's what I'm saying about my other sites, as opposed to me going and dragging and, you know, doing that. It would make more sense for me to just chill for a little bit. Right. You know, drive traffic, take the sales page. Well, that's what I'm doing, is I'm working on the other. Yes, I would like to perfect those sites, but right this second, that's not the number one place I want to drive traffic anyway. I want to perfect this other funnel and get that in place. Then we can go back around to the other. Hey, is there a book template in Kyvio just to sell a book? To sell a book. You know, I've not specifically looked because one of the first things I want to do when they do 2.0 is kind of redo some of the templates. Some of them I'm just not, they're good starting places. I really feel like you should create your own templates, I think is the short. Some of them I've even come in here and I'm moving funnels. I had my guys start recreating funnels that I brought in for other places. Right. But let's go in here and let's do a new funnel. Well, because this would be really virtually. Lead gen or sales? Are we making money off the sale of the book? Are we using the book as a lead magnet, entry point offer into something else? More as an entry point offer. Okay. Because I'll just tell you what I'm doing at an event I'm doing a couple of weeks from now. Not dissimilar from what we did with the BGN workshops. Is I am going to sell my book. Which one? Oh, my
Without customers, you got nothing book. My 256 page how to grow it from 8 million to 100 million book. But what I'm going to do is I am going to include $1,000 in travel savings when you buy the book. So, I mean, that's.
Are you going to sell the book, or are you going to do it like
no, I'm going to
they're
sell
doing a free book with shipping and handling?
Well, it's interesting you ask, because that's actually that's an extension of that program.
So this one, Kyvio does not actually have a book funnel. Who has a good book funnel? I have to think Garrett White has to have the best book funnel. And I say he has the best book funnel because it is the one time my husband was willing to shell out, not just buy a book offline from an internet marketer, but
right.
$99 for a book. And now he's offering it for free plus shipping plus another book on Facebook ads. And I'll be damned if people are complaining about it. I'm like, dude, my husband paid $100 for that.
No, I know. Well, that's what I'm. So all of a sudden it's like, well, why not offer the premium with the book, right?
Yeah.
So why not offer the premium with the book and then create that as a template? Well, now it becomes real plug and play.
All right, now Garrett White, I just found a faux pas on his website. He does not have Facebook social media sites open up in a new tab.
Wow.
And even worse, it doesn't open up his Facebook site. It opens up general Facebook.
Well, that's kind of
Fail. I feel like I should message their digital marketer. All right, that's people. Let's see if I can find. Let me click on him just in case I need to find it through their pages. I'm going to find his ad because I think, and I can probably map out his entire funnel and throw it up in the Business Growth Network group. I've actually got a whole training that's just a bunch of different funnels that I document.
Well, that's what. So again, this is a way that we can grow Business Growth Network. It's a way we can do it. If you haven't figured out by now, I don't suggest anybody use anything that I don't use myself. I mean,
no active ads. Okay, no, that's. I know this boy's got ads. Let me try Wake Up Warrior.
Yeah, it could be under the book itself.
Well, that is his program.
Or program.
There we go. I bet it's under this one. So if you didn't know this, you can go to a person's or business's Facebook page and scroll down and click on info and ads and get all the ads they're actively running. So, oh, right here. So here's the ad. And actually, let me open up. I'm going to cheat while we're live here and build some of my membership site out. So one of the things that we have in Business Growth Network, Smart Funnel, Smart Membership site. Psychology, sitting ready to launch. Let's see if it's over here.
Yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
gonna put one over here. Launch assets, asset examples. Commission wave, funnel scripts, converts, connect and convert, freelance live. And so the ones that I really focus on adding here are ones that I see working.
Well,
and if something gets my attention, holy moly. So we're going to make one right here. So this is basically creating a lesson in Kyvio for your membership site. I'm going to go over here and edit this one. And I believe I just replicated these. So this is going to be awareness is a Facebook ad. So I'm gonna have a little text here and an image. So you can see how easy it was to build that, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna drag and drop a little, and I'll come back in here and write some. But I do want to document this. Let's see if I can go to view, zoom out. I want to get a whole picture of his ad and what's going on. So if you'll notice right here, I think it's interesting. This is part of his square video. It's almost showing you how long the video is. And it's got the actual words up there because most people don't actually turn on the sound. Oop, wrong one. View. I need to zoom out. So, all right, so here we go. I can get a screenshot of the whole Facebook ad here. And like I said, I keep these in Business Growth Network so people like yourself can copy it. Can I get it by itself? No. I am going to also copy this page. Where'd it go? There it is. View ads. I'm going to turn that into a link. URL, and then I'm going to have it open in a new window. So if somebody clicks on, so you can actually click on that link and go see it yourself and go through the funnel yourself is the goal there.
Cool.
I'm going to click over here, browse media. This would be in business growth. Funnels. All my screenshots. And I'm actually going to start a new folder.
For screenshots?
No, for specifically his, because I have nothing but screenshots for all these other people, and it can be a little overwhelming at this point where I've documented so many funnels.
Sure.
So I'm just going to click on that, and then if I can close out some of my windows. I'm going to just drag and drop it off my screen. If I can ever close out enough windows to get to my desktop. I've even got to close out the one over here. So here we go. I've got it on my screen. I'm just going to drag and drop it in. I'm going to kind of leave that generally available so I can go get the other ones. Okay, I want to use that image. So here's his ad, and this is for his, let me delete some of these. His Wake Up Warrior, and this is the free book, Reignite Your Passion for Your Marriage. He has a very, very tight avatar. He speaks to men, right, business owners who are married that have a, we'll say like their business is, they're not failing, right? They're good businesses, right, but they're not thriving anymore. They're stagnant. They hit a plateau, right? And their marriages, maybe dying. Kids relationship, not so, perfect. So we're going to click on learn more and see what else he's got. So here's his book landing page. And this is going to be, if I go back over here to Kyvio, if I can find it. Here we go. This section is going to be entry point offer. You know what? This is actually convert. Convert. Free books with paid shipping. And people always complain that they have to pay shipping now, especially in the age of
Prime,
Amazon Prime,
which they just hit you for $128.82, but it's
right,
everything's free shipping except for the $128.82, which is called prepaid shipping.
Page link.
They ain't going broke shipping stuff to you.
Right. So I'm going to take off all the other stuff before I link it, so we're not messing with his settings, right?
$128.82, and I'll ship things to you free.
Well, and that's everybody complains about the cost of shipping. Like,
I know.
And
well,
here you go. Warrior book retails for $100. He's literally sold it for $100.
Yeah.
And the other one retails for $19.95, but you get them both free. We simply ask you to cover the $19.95 shipping cost to get them in your hands, your information, blah, 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 right? So here is his page for his books with shipping. So, and this is very ClickFunnels-y. Like if you've ever worked with ClickFunnels, this is almost exactly their model.
It is. I just see the registration page on the registration box.
I can see this right here, this set right here. All I have to do is see that, and I know it's ClickFunnels. So we have a video that's, God, go away. That's pretty. Yeah, I got a decent length of video over here that goes through and shows you the book and shows you how big they are and talks to you about it. And it's a well put together book. But at this point, you know, he literally has sold over $1 million in this funnel, so he's got the money to do this. But if not, just hold up your phone, make a video, right? And then goes into, so it's right up here. You can, if you're ready to go, you can check out here. It's got a video to sell you, but you're probably going to scroll, right? The video keeps on playing in the corner. Doesn't let you get away with it.
Saw that.
We've got video here playing in the background. Kyvio can do that as well. Just make sure it doesn't, you see it's got like a nice black filter on top of it. That way you can still see the words. Bright red, continuing to buy. If I click on it, it's going to go right back up here to the same page. We've got some nice custom imagery. Some social proof, right?
Yeah.
Again, buy me. Click on the button. It's going to toss me right up to the top. This is Russ Perry, which is funny. This is the guy who does Design Pickle, is Russ Perry. He went through this particular program.
Got it.
And he actually now coaches the program. So here's a video testimonial on the page. And we have more, testimonials supporting the book. Another testimonial. You kind of start to get the hint here, testimonials. You're literally breaking up the page monotony with more testimonials. So here's everything that they're actually selling. That's all the sales stuff right here.
Right.
And then it stops. 4 testimonial in words. 5 actually. And we have a video testimonial. 4 testimonial in words. Video testimony. 4 testimony in words. Video testimony. More testimony words. And then we have the other stuff that he has if you get diverted.
Yeah,
or just want to do more research on them, right? So if you can see, like the actual sales portion is right here. And what we can maybe even do, today's Wednesday, is we can actually replicate this. Now, the only argument would be is do you keep it this dark? Now, dark goes with his branding. Traditionally, dark doesn't convert as well. I think dark probably does very well for his specific clientele,
right.
His specific avatar, as they're trying to be grungy men. They're trying to take men who work in offices behind computers and make them feel more manly. Like one of the first things he did, if you can kind of see the video here scrolling in the background,
yeah.
There we go, is they actually went to the beach, I believe out in California, and he put them through boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
And he made them crawl and do the military things where you got to crawl on your elbows and knees, low crawling. What do we call it? I don't even know what we called it. I just remember it was a pain to do. It's terrible. Like the things that you don't know about low crawling like that in the sand, which is a process of even Air Force boot camp, is it actually bloodies up your elbows really bad. And total side note, I got a hookup from a class in front of us. They warned us to take socks, cut off the toes, and slide them underneath our uniform before we went out there.
On your elbows?
Yeah, on our elbows so that they wouldn't bleed. And he showed us his, because all that weight, all that dragging is done on your elbows.
Oh, sure.
And one, we're not allowed to have scissors in boot camp. We smuggled them in though, and we had kept on moving them and hiding them so our drill instructor wouldn't find them. And then it's part of
Such
your
a
like
radical.
warrior week. And so we're supposed to be rushing to get up. And so in that time it took us to slide those up, we were behind everybody. And so everyone else had to do a push-up position on the rocks while we took our time putting our elbow pads on. But my elbows didn't bleed. But I mean,
tip. See, look at the tips you get here on Double Funnel TV.
I'm telling you,
how to protect your elbows in a low crawl.
But that's what we can do. So tomorrow I actually have digital marketer at 9:30. Maybe see if we can either do it earlier or later, or I don't know, but either one way or the other, we are going to replicate this funnel because I think that's a great one.
Yeah, it's a great
to replicate. And I'm not saying we're copying.
Oh, I mean, you can't, because you've got, you've got to have the right. Well, modeling is what everybody does anyway. You model what works. I mean, there are people that are successful because they're successful. I mean, you take and model what works. It'd be stupid to model what doesn't work.
Right, exactly. But I mean, this is a great one. This is one thing right here Kyvio currently cannot do, putting the checkout right on the page.
Yeah.
That was something unique to ClickFunnels for the longest time. I think Kajabi copied it. I could see pros and cons to that. So a lot of my partners, they are not fans of putting the checkout right on the page like that in a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
They like the button. I like the direction here with the little bitty arrow.
Yeah.
I can bring that up. 2 for 1 free. You've got the 2 pictures of the books. What I actually think they're really missing here is, see how skinny these books, like it's hard for me to scroll in so you can see.
Yeah, no,
and this is where I saw a lot of the
because of the same color, they're on. You don't recognize it's necessarily 2.
I almost wonder. We're gonna go on a field trip because we have 8 minutes. Is one of the complaints, like always look at your complaints and take them as constructive feedback.
Mm-hmm.
One of the complaints was how much shipping was. Like the idea of shipping was $20. On in here, did we get rid of them?
The book's on.
He doesn't have the book in here. I think he might have taken it with him. The book is like almost 3 inches.
Yeah.
It's huge. And so for people to complain about getting like this 3-inch monstrosity of a book, yeah, that is the one thing I think this page really fails. The only thing you see that it's normally $100
is 2-dimensional little flat.
This tiny little thing right here.
Yeah. That
it used to retail, and probably nobody believes that. And then this little bitty 2-dimensional, like no actual picture of the book to show that this thing is, it's big. Like I could beat off an attacker with this thing.
Well, that's why when I said it to you, I said my 256-page business book. I mean, there's a lot of content there. There's a lot of stuff there, So I kind of
want to find somebody who wants to spend $20 just to go through the funnel.
I'll spend $20 to go through the funnel. What do we need to do? I mean,
you go to the page and buy it.
Well, I know that, but I mean, what we should talk about that offline. But I mean, I'll do it. I'm trying to figure out what what information do we want from that process of going through.
So the first thing that I did is I brought that, and I can take all the screenshots of this page, right? But to get to the rest of the funnel, you have to buy the book. Like if you want to fully replicate and find out how your competitors are working, successful men, don't copy someone who's not successful, but somebody who's creating consistent business, right? Go through their funnel. If you see their ad, go through it and pull out your wallet and buy some stuff. So right here, you can put all your stuff in. You can record it, like screenshot it. I use QuickTime Player with a Mac, is free. You can screen record all you want, screencast, whatever, get some screenshots. But when you put your money in and you actually buy, the first thing you're going to know is that he's going to send you, I promise, he's going to send you to another page that's going to upsell you on one of his programs. And you get to see what he's upselling.
Yeah. No.
And then on the other side, you get to see what emails he sends out.
See, it's interesting if that's the book that you're talking about. Even that doesn't show the dimension of the book very well. That's not a picture of the book. I
think that's the second book.
Is that the second book?
It says Warrior Book. Retails for $100. I don't know which one of these is the one that's like super thick.
Yeah.
But see, he's holding it right there.
Yeah.
He's got a soft copy, not a hardback. The hardback is huge. Like he's in some kind of tunnel alleyway. Like you could literally defend yourself with that book in that alleyway. And it wouldn't even, because you already have a model here. And let's take this, make this skinny. Now this is not a true mobile view by making it skinny, but you can see what gets kept. This still works because it's pointing down. That's right. Probably clever. A lot of them point to the side, or they have the people, shooting up.
Right.
The pointing down stays good on mobile. So you got the videos in the background. Pointing down still to, and that's interesting. He keeps that same graphic across all the buttons. He changes the size a little bit, keeps the graphic.
Right.
He's still got a picture of him looking all suave in his overpriced suit. Testimonial after testimonial. That takes up a lot of page. But again, nobody wants to be the first to try something out. And I like how he kind of branded it. So he's got here the screenshot. I can tell this is Facebook. This is a Facebook review, 5 stars.
Right.
He circled something that he wanted to highlight. They delivered big time. It's been the best $100 I ever spent. Garrett and the whole Warrior movement is absolutely fire in every aspect. So he took a screenshot, and then he added the little text bubble. Is this the same one? I could not have found this at a better time. Yep, that's straight from it. And kept the branding. So he included the screenshot and a bit of the branding. And that's all an image. So one, that image can now be used on social media, because once you create it, go ahead and use it across the board, right?
Yeah.
But then highlighting 2 different things. So one, I think the first brilliance here is he used a screenshot. You actually see this is a Facebook review. You can go to the review section, find this guy. You can go look up John Ray, see if he's a real person.
Yeah, that's
He's
awesome.
Highlighted something specific with red, and then something specific with the branded colors. And I like some of the shadow he has in this PNG transparent image file.
Yeah.
So the image file is not just what you see, this rounded image. In fact, you can see how the red goes over. This is actually a PNG file. It goes out. I can kind of see the edging right here. And it has like this glowy teal color. So while it's sitting on top of the video, it gives it more depth. That's like some next level imagery stuff right there. That's not going to be the thing that you create on your first iteration. That's going to be the thing that you create every time you launch. You're going to change a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. But I love how that sits. Can you see that, how it sits?
Yeah.
That flow?
Yeah, that's cool.
Sitting on top of the video?
That's got to be, well, it doesn't have to be, but would it make sense that it is a component of the block, like in Kyvio when you grab the blocks? Just like some of them are preset with the check marks and things like that. It's almost like that you could add the glow to the block, right? I mean, that's within the software itself.
So you can, on the block itself, you can add a shadow. which is like gray black, right?
Right.
You might be able to do that with images. I mean, that's kind of standard. But the idea that this is specifically the teal color, that is not normal, and it goes around the entire picture.
Well, it's
That is
congruent.
something that-
It's congruent though with the highlighter used, the teal blue highlighter that's used in the copy itself. There, I mean, great congruence. It's got a cool
you
look.
got it in the glow. You have it in the trim all the way around here. You have it in the edging here, that gradient. That's obviously, here you go have it again. Here's that color teal, and then moving up to the blue.
Yeah, I mean, it's
blended glow here. So the glow is around this image as well.
Yep.
Not a lot up here, but it's in the video occasionally. And I'm okay with that. I probably would have liked to see that glowy blue a little up here somewhere. Here's where, like, I can see ClickFunnels has some white highlight around their checkout box. And maybe that's where the idea originated from it. But I mean, I'm not for positive, but I'd be willing to guess that this feature is only available in white and black. This goes away. This right here, this arrow. You know how on Kyvio I showed you can make something show up on desktop and something show up on mobile and not show up? Yeah. This is an example. This right here, which is cool. I like the custom PNG transparent image here. Yeah. You've got book 1, book 2, some, forgot the word, social proof a little bit right here, over 19,000 copies sold. 607 customer reviews with a 5-star rating, with a giant arrow pointing directly to the red button. Directly.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of really good design in there.
No arrow. That goes away. It is only on the large landing page, and it stays generally, I mean, that's a weird view, but it generally stays pointing at the red button. Now, the video, I notice, and this is a great feature, it pops out of there once you scroll too far, and it follows you around, and there's no way to click off of it. That's a little annoying on mobile.
Right.
And if you also know, it says click for sound, because that's kind of like a no-no these days, is automatic sound playing. Yeah, bumping. This would be nice if he had the words at the bottom of this video somewhere, since sound is not automatic. So no, Kyvio, in short, Kyvio does not have a good book funnel template. We can create one. And my goal is when Kyvio 2.0 launches, that we will take all the funnels that we've built on Double Funnel, and I can separate them in my own funnels in my own account and make them available so that people can point, click, and upload.
That'd be awesome. Very cool.
Or maybe I'll charge for them. $7.
Very cool.
Any other questions?
No, I mean, I'm excited about that because, again, I'm thinking through how you tie one product with another product, right? And so how many different, we get this to work with my book. Do you know how many people that we can now use travel savings passports as incentive to sell their books?
Yep.
So instead of, now we get away from the shipping, or we get away from the this or the whatever, right?
Well, again,
not get away from it, but
this level is that it's an entry point offer, and that it's not too expensive.
Right. That's my point. Is how do we make all that happen? I mean, is the exciting part of it. And so it just gave me another idea. I'm going to do it live, and so once I do, I know I've already kind of been told what the response is going to be. So as an example, I've got a friend who's got a book that I mean, they literally have an email list of 1 billion. Yes, with a B. And so when he announces his book, wouldn't that be a great adder? Number one, to get full price for the book, but number two, to then reward those people. So this is, again, I'm trying to think through, instead of having somebody want to buy our product to sell our product, how do we use our product to help them sell what they want to sell, which naturally then drags along our product.
Exactly.
That's the thought. So this is an important thing, because if we do it with my book, then I've got plenty of friends that are, I mean, literally I've got friends that launch books every week. So it just, like
Who
I
are
said,
your friends?
well, that's that. I got lots
Who are
of friends that do
Well,
cool
very
stuff.
cool. So I'm hoping Dagmar, we can start her next week.
Yep.
But if you want us to build a book funnel for you, doublefunnel.tv, go get Kyvio, use the link provided at Double Funnel TV, and we will build it for free in the morning with you.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
All right. We'll start it again tomorrow.
All right. Bye, Scott.
Bye all. Bye, Jenna.